Speaking truths.
The truth has been uncovered.
I can only speak in
No.
heresies.
I am the knight!
The knight is adorable. Look at bats.
Yeah, I was about to say, have you seen how fucking adorable bats are?
I was referencing that meme with the little cute bats. Like, I am...
Yes. Okay.
That child turned into a JoJo character at the end of that video.
Alright, I am link bombing now. One of these days, I'm gonna get y'all by playing a character that utilizes my cutesy voice, and
It won't get me, but it might get them.
it'll just make everybody fucking melt or drive everybody crazy and up the goddamn wall.
Wasn't that just Nikki?
Mickey
Whatever her
was...
name
Make
was.
our hearts go ooh.
Well,
To be fair, that
Mickey
is...
sounded
that-
like this, not terribly cutesy, just very high-pitched and breathy like an owl.
Miki sounded like Fluttershy.
Why the fuck you gotta do that to me? Now I have to change the voice.
My Little Pony's
That's
a
not a
wonderful
It's not a
show.
bad thing.
Yeah.
It's a perfectly fitting voice. But it also means that if you ever want to, you could do an impression of Fluttershy.
Well, according to Wampus, I can already do a pretty good imitation of Applejack.
Oh yeah, somewhat butch voice with southern accent. It's not that hard to do if you can do a female voice.
Well, I mean, I let my accent loose. If I let my accent loose and just speak in the tone of voice it shifts to for that, I do kind of sound like Applejack without doing much else.
No.
According to him, so...
He has opinions.
Yeah.
That sounds charged.
Anyway, I'm still doing link bombs, by the way. I'm almost done.
I know.
I think I've just got like 2 more servers to link bomb in, and then I'll be done.
Okay, let's get introductions started.
You gotta love how our consistency is always that we're not at the right time.
We
but we're
have-
consistently at the wrong time.
We have had our days where we are on time.
Yeah.
Like
Mm,
last
yes,
week, we were basically on time.
Yeah.
Not so much for the
Was it
Saturday
just
game,
never
but for the
late?
Thursday game, we were.
Anyway,
Yeah.
hello everybody, I'm Armored Hunter. I play the clueless person. No, who got the taste of blood.
Yeah. And almost ruined this whole situation.
That's what he does. Anyway, next person.
Hello, everybody. I am the Danny Boop. I play Ryphon, the most tired of dads.
Hello, heyo. I am CJ. I play Cecil, the smallest of parkour peoples.
We need to set up a system where everyone has to say when they're done with their intro because then we just
Yeah,
have these long
probably.
pauses.
Yeah.
I am Mythosia. If you expect me to be any more energetic than I am, you haven't been paying attention.
One of these days, I'll give you cocaine, and you won't know it.
You assume that would help.
I don't think it would help, but I think it would be interesting.
Something I don't think that works if you ingest it.
I didn't say you would ingest it. I just said you wouldn't know it happened.
Uh-huh. Sure. Okay, anyways. Next.
Ow.
Al's dead.
I'm having issues with the microphone sometimes. Hi, it is I. I'm Al. I play Alu. I like robots. Over.
I like the breathlessness. It really adds to the character.
You made me run down a hallway.
No, it's just you're getting really excited about robots. I fucking love robots.
Trapped of me. I'm sad my microphone can't pick up that when I do that.
You can eat cocaine.
What?
There's nothing that stops it from working doing it that way.
I like how this is our topic of conversation.
I was just like, can you eat cocaine? Yes. Just
I
like,
don't
you can
know.
eat it.
I don't know how that shit works. I'm not Pablo Escobar.
Are you sure it's not the one with like glass shards in it?
I'm too white to know how that works.
White people invented cocaine in its current form.
Yeah.
Not
Coke is a
historically,
very
but in its
white
current
drug.
form.
Coke and meth are very white drugs.
We invented it, we popularized it, and we criminalized it.
Yeah.
But
Big
that's a
three.
topic for a history-related topic that we're not going to get into right now. Hello, everyone. I'm Ash. I swear I'm not on cocaine right now. I'm just getting over having a really bad sore throat and talking now. Probably shouldn't be talking as much as I am, but we're going to do this anyways. So, sorry. I hope everyone is ready, because we're going to get into things now.
Heck yeah.
Oh
One, two.
boy.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Is this thing on?
Yeah.
Welcome, dear abnormals and listeners alike. It is I, your most illustrious of MCs, White Noise here. Here yet again to bring you yet another installment of the Ada Report. Well, that certainly took a turn that I was not expecting. Immediately more violent and yet somehow more peaceful than I would have thought, given all the factors in play. Should I be disappointed or impressed? Frankly, I can't quite say. But I will say that I am still very interested to see where this goes, now that they seem to have little Philip in hand and under control. But maybe they are forgetting something?
We pick back up as you all are making your way out of the Spire University itself now, Philip in tow. Is there anything in particular y'all would like to do now that you have him?
Are we outside of the university grounds?
If you want to be.
What? Where are we?
Like, you're outside of the Spire building right now.
Okay.
Like, the main building where you were in previously, you're now outside of there because that's where we left off previously, was you all leaving. If you all would like to be outside of the university grounds in total, you can be. If not, we can do some more stuff on the university grounds. But at this point, you do have Philip with you.
Well, personally, I don't have anything else to do here. Maybe we should just go and take care of this as soon as possible.
What time of day is it?
At this point in day, you guys left fairly early in the morning. Traveled for a little bit, did your little side venture. I think at this point it's getting midday to later midday at this point. With the fact you all got lost on campus for a while.
I'm sorry. So we're heading off campus? Are we
Yes.
unanimous in that decision?
Gogum is following Philip and keeping an eye on his actions.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Every time Philip even remotely relaxes a little bit and then looks back and sees Kovgum, he is immediately tense again.
He's gonna get a tension headache at this rate.
Well, it's hard not to.
Oh, I could make this so much worse for him in just one single sentence.
No. Sensing
no
that,
one's-
like Cecil just looks back at Kovgum. It's like, no.
Go-
Bad.
No.
Just for my own personal curiosity, what would have used? What was the sentence?
I'm not gonna say it. Just Kovgum is, that's just what Kovgum's doing. He's keeping a straight focus on the task at hand.
You could type it
Why you
into the
gotta be
game
straight?
chat for the. You could type it into the game chat for their personal curiosity, but this won't be said on stream if you do not want it to be said on stream. So state that now, or else someone's probably going to repeat what you type.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
Well, he hasn't said he doesn't want it repeated.
Uh,
It is.
anyway,
But yeah. So, none of you wanting to stay on the campus for any particular purpose. He does not live on campus, so you guys would be heading away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, right then. So, looking at this to make sure I got everything in order back here. So you all are heading out of Spire University now. What exit do you want to head out of?
Where in what direction does Philip live?
He doesn't seem intent on... He doesn't really seem to care which way you go out of. He's just sort of staring at Kovgum periodically and looking very nervous.
We'll just go out the way we came then.
Alright, heading back towards Marcus's exit.
Actually,
man
I kind of
Marcus.
want to. There was a new person, right?
there was William, who was supposed to be guarding the east, and then there was Sarah, who was the new person guarding the north, and then there was Charles, who was Marcus's husband guarding the south.
The grumpy old man. Charles is the grumpy old man.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see who Sarah is.
Alright.
No. So that's the south entrance?
That's the north entrance.
That's the north
North
entrance. Okay.
Alrighty then. Take your NPC to meet a new NPC. Makes sense to me. Don't expect me to talk for both of them at the same time.
I believe in you.
Ah. My vocal range is already damaged. Let's torture it more.
Yay!
Anyways. Alright, so heading towards the northern exit. Comparatively to the other ones you've been around, the western exit being the main one. I should say western gatehouse, because these aren't neither exits nor entrances, because they're both. But the northern one is actually fairly... How to say this? Boring and not very busy. There's very little traffic going around here. But if you all making your way there, you do just see the gatehouse in the distance as you are approaching. And one individual sitting inside of it. And let me find her description. Right. You just see a relatively young-looking woman. Looks to have blonde hair, white skin. Not particularly remarkable. She's got sort of like a... What's the name of this haircut again? like a pixie cut. And she is currently just looking down at a cell phone and not really acknowledging you all as you're making your way closer towards the gatehouse. You can't see much about her other than her head and the fact that she currently has her feet up on her desk as she's just looking at her phone.
Okay. Cecil will go up and like, is there like a window?
Yeah, it's like all the other gatehouses where they have
Okay.
the main structure which sits off to one of the sides of the archway that in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And there is it's kind of like how a toll booth is set up, where it has like the building with the single side of it that's essentially one giant window.
Okay.
And there's like the little slot tray that can pull things in and out of that window, but otherwise there's no visible access to get in there.
Okay. Yeah, Cecil will just go up a little bit closer. And if she doesn't like look up, Cecil will tap lightly with her knuckle on the window.
You tap lightly on the window, and the response is that this woman, or really this girl, just slowly looks up at you, then looks back down. Just goes right back to what she was doing.
Hey.
The moment words come out of your mouth, you can just see her shoulders just like slump as she looks up again. Do you need something?
Yeah, we're just about to leave the premise.
All right.
You know.
You don't have to check out when you leave. You just have to check in when you come in. Your passes update automatically when you leave. And you wouldn't be in here if you don't have passes.
I mean, fair, but you're a new face, so I just wanted to introduce myself.
Yeah, new face. Haven't heard that 20 times today. Listen, do you want something, or are you just leaving? Because if you're just leaving, you don't need to talk to me.
Fair enough.
What's Cecil's passive perception, by the way?
Ha.
That's not an answer.
I'm looking it up. Shush. 13.
13? And what is your insight score? Just if you can give that to me as well.
I have a +5 to insight.
Okay. Just looking at this girl, she can't be older than 20, which is weird, because that makes you think she would actually just be a student in this school rather than an employee at this school.
They don't do. How old is William?
William's 26.
Okay. But she's a lot young. She seems a lot younger than this.
Yeah, she doesn't look older than 20.
Okay.
Typically, the Spire doesn't hire younger people because of standards.
Who is this lost sassy child?
Who is this lost sassy child exactly? says the smallest of the party. Can I make an active insight on her?
Sure. What are you trying to incite?
I'm trying to see. I don't know. Cecil feels a little bit suspicious because of you know, the Spire has standards. So why is somebody this young been hired as a recent new guard?
Fair enough.
So it's like, I don't know, trying to like, I guess she's trying to confirm any of her suspicions. That
All right.
makes sense.
I get you. Go ahead, make your insight.
Woo!
18.
It's an
Nice.
18.
You
There
like
are fireworks in the background.
Nice. You just sort of like stare at her for a second, just like, what are your secrets?
What are your secrets?
And she just meets your gaze and stares at you as well. You get the sense she might actually be a student who might be working at the school via some kind of vocational type thing, or maybe trying to pay tuition by working at the school. You've never heard of Spire University doing that, but it wouldn't be unthinkable because they do try to help their students in whatever ways.
Yet this
they can.
guy has to go steal a bunch of robots.
Listen, try is the operative word. Also, some people aren't willing to accept existence due to personal pride,
Yep.
Oof.
There we go.
or because lack of knowledge of available resources.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and other factors. Anyways,
Yeah.
you do get the sense that that might be the case. You're not certain because you have nothing to confirm it with because you do not recognize her.
Mm.
Because you've been to the school a few times, you've never seen her before as a student or as a worker, so it's hard to say.
Okay.
I will say she does look vaguely familiar for some reason with that insight. You're not sure why.
Like
No,
the moment
you
that
checking me out, or you just staring for some reason?
what? What?
You've literally been looking at me for 1 minute and 30 seconds, and she flips her phone around with a timer.
That seems like an odd thing to time. I'm sorry. That's
Listen, when people stare at you, sometimes you get bored and just decide, I'm gonna see how long they stare at me. I'll say 1 minute 30 seconds, close to a record.
Why do
no.
we need a
it's-
do we need a student library card to check you out or something?
Who the fuck? No.
Just leave. Leave. No, leave now.
Why are you
You
blue?
know, confusing mating rituals we had tasks to do.
I'm just like, why are you blue?
Why are you blue?
Oh my god, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're blue.
Sorry, he's just back there like,
I mean, Videlkin aren't a super common race in the city, so... At least not in this part of the city. Might not even know what Alu is.
Cerulean's just in the
No,
back
Allie is
snickering at this going on.
yeah, so, yeah,
Right
right
on.
on snickering and... Sorry, just...
Yeah, Cecil's blushing like pretty hard.
I'm sure both Philip and Zara are just like, what the fuck?
Listen, you're adorable, don't know who you are. If you're leaving, leave.
Right. Yeah, sure. Cecil just turns around, just pushes Allie away. Go. It's like, I'm Cecil, by the way. Sorry,
Didn't
just
ask your
look
name.
familiar. I don't. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's just leave. Everybody, just leave. This never
Are
happened.
you done with your mating rituals?
Cecil punches. punches. Cecil punches. Come.
No, not even just punches.
The fuck the lizard say?
Nothing! He's from out of town!
I don't fucking care if he's from out of town. What did he say?
Fine. It's not fine. Just leave. Go.
Do you all just like hurt? Does Cecil just like push everyone out of the gateway now?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll make sure she bring. It's just yeah. I'll make sure she brings the library card next time.
Cecil just pulls Allie by the collar.
The eyes just narrow.
It's just like, if you say one more word, I will use a crowbar to break your knees.
Oh.
So help me gods. I've been very temperate with you.
You know, maybe robot legs wouldn't be so bad.
Alyu!
Enough. We have a task at hand.
Yeah, I
so?
I think I'm gonna agree with Co from here. We got stuff to do.
And does that include teasing Cecil?
Cecil totally not reaching
Yes,
into her
you
bag
can
to
do
grab
that
a
on the way, but
crowbar.
I'm not condoning it.
Cecil, as you reach into your bag, you feel something buzz on the inside.
What? I look through my bag.
You actually find. Did you just die?
Don't die, please.
Oh, my brain.
You find your access card for the spire, and it currently has a small yellow mark on it, which means you've been issued a guardhouse warning.
Cecil just slowly turns around just to look back.
Do you want to go apologize? or ask for her number in for a penny and for a pound.
Okay, Alyu, come on, enough of that. We gotta get back on task.
I'm
Wasting
very,
enough time.
I'm very confused right now.
Yeah, same.
But like,
Like-
yeah, Cecil just looks back at the just steals a glance back at the guard tower.
You steal a glance just in time to see Sarah as she does the points two fingers at her eyes, then points two fingers at yours.
Ah, boy.
I guess you managed to catch her eye.
I punch Alyu.
Roll an attack.
He is not holding a.
What would that be? What would it even be? I don't have unarmed attack.
It's just a strength check.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that hits.
Alyu's gonna take 1 point of punch damage.
Actually, that'd be.
No, I do, because this is a joke, it's 1.
That's fair.
There.
Minimum damage.
Yeah, it's non-lethal, obviously, but like, still.
I don't know.
No, Cecil is punching with lethal intent.
You mentioned taking his legs, so I can't assume. Alright.
Cecil planning murder? Nah.
It's more likely than you think.
Alyu.
Yeah.
That punch actually hurt.
It's like, ouch. Man.
It's just a hard shoulder punch.
She punches you in the shoulder and you actually like feel your shoulder blade like click. You're just like, oh!
Ow! I didn't know she could reach that high.
Oh, okay, come on.
I'm still very confused.
Coworker shenanigans.
Cecil just smiles, like, not a natural smile. It's the customer service smile, the retail smile, and just pats Philip on the back. It's like, it's nothing. Let's go.
I don't like that smile. That's a smile that tells me someone wants to kill me.
Smile that someone wants to kill me.
I think you deserve it right now, based on social cues.
Nonsense.
Anyway, come on.
I don't really get the social cues, but I think you're supposed to deserve it right now. Anyways,
We don't get your bizarre mating rituals.
I don't either.
Hmm.
What?
I don't know what's going on.
I'm very confused.
Yeah, same.
I agree with the lizard man right now, even though I am scared that he's going to bite my throat.
Well, you shouldn't.
Slowly looks at Kovgum.
Yeah, I realized that wasn't as reassuring as I thought it was.
You're gonna say
We have
armor?
a task at hand. Harming you is not going to be beneficial to that.
At least there's some logic to that. I can get that. You will actually hear the sound of footsteps coming up behind you suddenly.
Look behind.
What?
Yeah, like from where you all just were.
Diesel turns around.
Yeah, so were I fun.
Yeah. You all turn around and it's Sarah.
What?
Another fucking thing.
What?
Y'all need to be more respectful of campus policy whenever you decide to come back. And she actually points at Philip. Open carrying of weapons on campus, and she points at the rest of you, is not permitted, especially for visitor passes.
Hold on, I'm sorry, my dad entered my room. Could you repeat what happened?
She basically is pointing at the fact you all are carrying weapons.
Who?
All of us. All of us
No.
are carrying weapons.
No, but like, who's pointing this at?
Sarah.
Sarah.
Oh, wait, we went
She
back?
ran up behind you.
Oh.
She left her guard post and ran up behind you.
Wow.
You
that's
guys hadn't gotten
dedication.
very far at this point. You were like maybe like 20 yards away.
Did you just see Ali's contemplative face for like 5 seconds? Wow, you really got her chasing after you, huh?
Aliu!
You're that sort of dick that tries to flirt for his friends, aren't you?
I'm not trying to flirt with you, understand? I'm just trying to make her blush.
Yeah, that
These
doesn't
fools are-
change the fact. Anyways, if you're coming back to the campus at any point, remember, no openly carrying weapons on campus.
Got it. Thanks. Won't happen again.
You just fucking ask me why?
He's from out of town. Kovgum, it's just.
Then I'll explain this to you very clearly, Mr. Lizard Man.
Oh no.
When you carry weapons around openly in front of people who aren't carrying weapons, it's kind of a threat. It makes them nervous. We want all of our learning environment to be conducive to a happy place. At least as happy as we can fucking make it when people are in school.
Preach.
So when you're just carrying weapons around and baring your teeth at people, trying to be all friendly-like with your big old lizard smile, yeah, it makes people real uncomfortable.
That sounds like you're blaming him partly for something he can't even fucking control.
He can control the fact that he's carrying axes around him and he's literally covered in blood right now.
Yeah, but did you have to go with the lizard part of that? Because that seems a little,
Yeah, we have lizard folk on campus that don't smile like they want to eat you. You're literally a fucking walking tiger man. Or lion. I always get that confused. Is it a tiger or a lion? I'm very angry right now.
We don't have to listen to this. Let's move.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, remember the weapons policy for if we have to come back later.
Sorry.
Yes. Good. Just walks back to her station.
Just as soon as
I rolled to see what would happen with that, and it was a really bad result.
just as soon as she's out of earshot, Ryphon under his breath mutters in Infernal, "Who peed in her cereal?" Although he
unpleasant attitude.
no fucking kidding. Come on, let's just focus on what we were doing beforehand.
Are there can I roll perception to see if there are any more cameramen following us? Camera robots following.
Yeah, if you'd like to, you can.
Hey.
As you're sort of like looking around, you do actually notice that on one of the nearby rooftops there is another one of those weird little chicken leg walking camcorders. And exactly as like what happened before, you look at it, it suddenly goes, "Whoo!" and starts running away.
Got another one.
Another
Where'd
one?
it go?
Another peeping Tom.
Where'd
What?
it go?
Little chicken robot camera thing.
What? What's happening?
Machines that are following us.
Can Cecil go follow it?
Technically, Alu's the one that saw it, but if Alu wants to point it
Okay.
out, you guys can head in that direction.
Yeah, I saw him duck behind that building over there.
Yeah, ran behind what appears to be a donut shop.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Donuts.
Can Cecil
can
parkour her way up?
You just want to use your climbing claw to get on top of the building?
Yeah, basically.
Alright then. Yep, you could do so without much issue. You all watch as you all start running that way. Cecil just fires this grappling hook out, then just almost like a rocket propels herself onto the roof of the building.
Ooh, very Attack on Titan.
That is vaguely what they're based off of, though they're more based off than Clutch Claw from Monster Hunter.
Hmm?
But they can grab onto anything instead of very specific objects.
Yeah.
Almost anything. But yeah, you just do that. It leaves a very notable indentation where the claws grab into the side of the building, because this is actually like a wooden stone building, so I can actually rip into it.
Mm.
But yeah, it's fine. They won't know it was you.
Nice fine.
So if you all are going to be doing this, I'd like a just general dexterity check from everyone chasing to see positioning.
I mean, are we going to leave Philip behind?
No, I'll stay with him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's staying with you guys. I am going to roll a dexterity check for him. He's slow.
Oh, okay.
You rolled a 2.
Alley.
Yeah.
I said, to be fair, Ali did just have to run a bit. He's
And climb.
he tired boy.
Ow!
Cecil, I will also give advantage for this due to the clutch claw.
Oh,
Hey.
fair.
Acrobatics?
Straight dexterity check.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna roll for the little robot.
Hey, 20.
Hey.
Okay.
Kovgum will look at before he runs off. Alu and Zari. Keep an eye on that. I'm a tracker. Can't afford him running away.
Tracker? I don't track. Okay, bye.
And yeah, he just runs off on a hunt.
Alright, goodbye, the 2 people that were making sure I don't die. Hello, the 2 people who seemed indifferent to my existence. as the camera pans to the chase scene. Ryfon, Cecil, and Kovgum are the main ones doing the chase, it seems, here, based on rolls.
Hmm.
Yeah, he got a total of, like, 5. So, he wouldn't really be able to keep up with any of you three. So it kind of makes sense that you're leaving Zadi and Alu behind.
Hmm.
Between all of you, though, Cecil, you are the first one to catch up to it.
Woo!
It's like currently like when you see a chicken run, it's like bouncing back and forth between footsteps, but like going really fast somehow. It's like panically sprinting away, like a mixture between a pigeon and a velociraptor.
That's weird.
But with a clever use of your grappling claw and just your general parkour skills, you're able to catch up to it right as it's about to try to make a really big leap between two buildings, where it itself, despite being a robot, seems to be doubting, like, can I make that jump? Can I make that jump? Oh, it like looks back at you, sees the fact you're catching up with it. Should I make this jump? Ah! While Kovgum and Ryfon, you both are running through the alleys, keeping up with it on the ground level currently.
Kovgum doing the full full body sprint,
He's doing the crocodile scamper.
and just constantly keeping a nose and eye out to put it, and an axe at the ready.
I would imagine he just has the axe in his mouth.
Yes.
Alright, how about you, Ryfon?
Pretty well just running, keeping pace with the direction. I guess you could kind of sort of hear where Cecil's going.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to see someone running on the rooftops. None of the buildings directly around the university itself are super big. So you can, like, look up and see Cecil running along the edge, or hear, like, where the the footfalls are going.
Yeah.
This parkour's loud.
You just see like a small white-headed child just hop, 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 dash, 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 hop, hop.
Since Cecil, you're the first one to catch up to it, what do you want to do as it's getting ready to try to make this leap that it doesn't know if it can?
Big swing at the where? Hold on, can I sacred flame it?
Technically, it is a creature.
Cool. I'll just sacred flame it.
Alrighty then. What is your saving throw for your spell save DC? Is it rolled a 16 total?
I think it
Probably
saves.
not that high. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
saves. It's 13.
Alrighty then. You put your hand out and cast your sacred flame forwards, and it looks at the fire starting to form around it. It just decides, "Ran!" as it tries to make the leap.
Burp.
See if it
Burp, burp.
see if it makes the leap. Popegum and Ryfon, you all watch overhead as this tiny little chicken-sized robot just woo! It's like the Free Willy scene where everything goes into slow motion.
So because Kovgum has the hand axe at the ready, can he try to snipe it out of the air?
You can, but I'm gonna say disadvantage because you'd have to stop your running, then suddenly grab it with your hand and throw it, so you're not having much time to aim.
Fair enough. Ah, damn it.
The hand axe, it's actually one of those slow motion things where the hand axe is flying at it, and it like kicks off the hand axe to get the little bit of distance it's still needed.
Damn it.
Could, just as there like a reactionary thing, Ryfon try to hit it with a firebolt?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I don't think
Still
a 12's
doesn't hit.
hitting.
No, unfortunately. You fire at this thing with your firebolt, and it's not the same case scenario where it jumps off your firebolt, because that would be ridiculous, but it just misses, unfortunately. Kovgum, because it jumped off your axe, though, your axe does just fall back down into the alley next to you, so it doesn't get lost into the far distance.
Well, at least you didn't lose that hand axe.
Cecil, you could still see it on the rooftops as it's continuing to scamper away, and with the climbing, and with your grappling claw, it's not hard to get back over to it. I should play some action music, apparently, because this became a scene.
You might be able to get your Boxcar Boogie.
No, this thing isn't gonna hijack a rail car. It doesn't have
An engine,
hands.
though.
But it has feet.
It can't use those feet offensively. It just run. Anyways, that's a little loud. All right then. So, new round of dexterity checks
Okay.
from the 3 pursuers.
Not a disadvantage, but that's a 9.
15.
Unfortunately, he can't power through.
12.
Yeah.
Dang. the
Kogum,
other
you
one, that
unfortunately
one.
you unfortunately fall behind Kogum as you have to pull your axe out of the ground. But you know you have 2 people on your side that are keeping up with it, so the hunt is not lost. All right. It rolled much shittier this time. Previously, Cecil tied with it. This time, you both beat it.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay then.
As it got a total of 7 for its dexterity check.
Woo!
So technically, even Kovgum catches up with it, but you guys just get there first. Yeah, so what ends up happening as you guys are continuing to chase it is it gets to another point where it's getting ready to make one of those big leaps, and Cecil, you just don't give it the time of day this time and just kick it off the side of the building.
just pew.
Your sister just like power slide into it and knock it off the side of the building. It does like the Wile E. Coyote thing where it like looks down, looks at you, and then falls. Where Ryphon, you are immediately waiting below it.
He's just gonna pounce on it.
Oh wait, that explodes.
It exploded previously after a timer, so you at least know you'd have a timer.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. If you want to, you can even like grab it out of the air because it's not like it's falling with any like serious speed.
Yeah, he'll just snatch it out of the air.
Alright.
Touchdown.
Yeah. As Ryphon, you give it the snatchies and grab it out of the air. This is when Kovgum you catch up.
Oh, this is so dumb. But he's got hunter instincts. Seeing that it's falling, but not fully registering Ryphon's about to catch it, Kogum goes to pounce.
Alright,
And
Ryphon, make a dexterity saving. No, what are you
Okay.
gonna say?
Well, yeah, just that he's basically pouncing full force towards where Ryphon is, so yeah, dexterity save for him would be...
Boy.
This is over at 10, you avoid it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Super easy, you're just like... Dad instincts tingling. Something's charging at my back. It's gonna tackle me. Step to the side.
This giant lizard flies by you.
He almost got sacked.
You've had one too many times of your sporty child trying to tackle you in the back of the knees.
Ah,
You're
yes.
used to it.
Yeah, I was about to say, him raising Darius has prepared him for this.
And I totally didn't say sporty child because I could only remember Sebastian's name.
It's okay.
I'm not great at names.
Raising Sebastian and the boy.
Raising Sebastian and the one who likes sports.
Mr. Sports Boy.
Kogum
Oh, yeah.
Tokyo drifts as he on his claws, just skittering across the ground.
You don't get as much purchase as you would in like dirt and mud, but the stonework here gives you a lot more purchase than metal wood, which is what you've been dealing with in the rest of the city. So it's nice. Yeah. The hunter instinct does die down a little bit when you see that Ryphon does have it in his grasp.
It's cut.
Yep.
It's like turning itself around, looking at all of you. Cecil, do you come down off the roof?
Yes. I also want to cover it with just like, I don't know, like a towel.
I don't... Do you have a towel on you?
I mean, no, but
Just grab like a dirty rag off one of the trash cans nearby and just like plop it over the lens.
yes.
It's still like looking around, but now it has a dirty rag on what would be its eyeball.
Yeah.
Alright, what do y'all do?
Then we investigate it real quick.
I mean, what are you looking for on it? You didn't get an intact one of these before. It was damaged when you got the other one.
Yeah. Just any noticeable symbols, maybe of the Red Wings?
I mean, besides the fact that it ran like a bird, not really.
Okay.
It just looks like a basic camcorder that for some reason has robotic legs attached to it. And they're not even like very well made legs. When you like checked it off the roof, one of them is like bent backwards now.
I feel like last time we looked at the other one, there was a symbol on it, like on the screen piece.
Yes, there was a symbol on the screen piece, which is what's written on, which is the thing directly above your character icons right now.
Oh, right. Is that symbol on the thing?
You flip open the viewfinder.
Well, Golgum wouldn't, but he
Hey.
doesn't know how
Yeah.
these things work.
Then yes, we would.
Yeah, Rifon probably
Alright.
would since he's the one holding it.
Alright, you flip open the viewfinder. You actually do not see that symbol. Currently, you just see, like a dirty texture moving against a camera lens. And, like, occasionally, like, a pinpoint of light.
Okay, so it's clearly still live recording, because that's the rag you threw over it.
Can you use the badge?
Yeah, you can use the badge.
Guys, have you got the thing yet?
Yes, Golgum will grab it, and not fully understanding, just scratch against the back. Is this how this works?
Pretty much.
We
You
caught
push the
prey.
button. Yeah, you push the button in your effort to try.
We caught the prey. It is
Is it-
struggling, but we have it.
So it's in one piece?
One of the legs is kind of jacked, but it's still trying to record and move around and stuff.
Think we can get a signal off of it?
I don't know.
Track back down the signal.
I don't know. Want us to bring the prey to you?
Let's just go back to them anyway. Come on, guys.
Yeah, in your efforts of chasing it, you didn't get terribly far away because this thing kept, like, making right-angle turns. Like, in its effort to try to get away from Cecil, who was, like, on its tail the whole time. It just kept making, like, sharp right-angle turns and, like, running around almost in a circle.
It's like when the pigeon is trying to get away from you, and it's like, oh no, if only I had an easier way to get away!
Here's
Except
a
this one can't
question.
fly.
What's your question?
Which direction are we from the Garish Garbs?
From Garish Garbs was out to the... Well, actually, Garish Garbs was technically to the south of the Spire. You guys went, like, a really weird way to get to Spire because you got lost a little bit. Because you asked, like, a vending person to give you directions, and they were just like, sure.
Mm,
Wait, no, you
Okay.
asked a vending person to get directions to Garish Garbs. Give me a second. Let me pull up my little quickly drawn map. Because now I'm struggling to remember because I forgot the order of operations. So Garish Garbs is out to the west of the spire. It is. You guys are currently to the north of the spire.
Yeah.
You're probably like. I mean, you obviously aren't certain, but you're probably about 20-30 minute walk from there.
Which direction did the bot run when we first found it?
It literally just ran in the opposite direction of where you guys were. It didn't seem to run, and especially with this one, didn't seem to be running in a particular direction. Like the other one you guys saw actually ran inwards towards the spire. This one just ran outwards from the spire.
Okay.
So it might just be a personal camera.
It seems like they might just be running away from you when you see them.
Yeah.
And you haven't chased them long enough to actually see if they try to go to a specific location, because you catch them too quickly every time. I say as if it's happened more than twice.
I mean, technically 3.
Well, yeah,
Okay, that was just something Kovgum is mentally noting.
Okay. But it
And your
doesn't
current-
have the symbol.
No, it's currently trying to film the inside of the cloth. And like looking around as you guys make sound.
Okay.
Yeah, but you
Ryphon
make
just,
your way back to the rest of the party.
as they're making their way back, Ryphon's just going to pull out of his pocket an extra hair tie, like hair elastic thing, and secure the rag around the camera lens.
Good call. It probably it was starting to fall off. You probably don't want that hair tie anymore though, because that rag is filthy. You can only wash a hair elastic so much.
Watch hair list.
Some of
Is
them
it-
have cloth wrapped around them so they don't get caught in your hair as easily.
Yee.
Yeah, those are scrunchies.
Well, this is like a very basic one that just like has the cloth wrapping is like tight against the elastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, scrunchy has like bunched up fabric.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyways, hair semantics aside.
About microphones.
But yeah. You do so and make sure it won't fall off.
Yee.
Party meets back up, and Aoyu, you do now see this currently struggling weird little chicken camera thing. Because it's Aoyu, you immediately notice that the camcorder model itself is a different one than the previous one, just in terms of shape and size. But it's an equally cheap, mass-produced model.
I guess this guy must be thrifting or at least scouting out different locations for his camera. If he's even the same dude. Maybe have multiple peeping toms. Alright.
That's one of my cameras.
What?
Oh, this is one of yours?
I don't know why it has legs, but yeah, that's a camcorder I was using to make a student film.
How many do you have?
Working? Like 4?
Who else has
Yes,
access to your...
Hunted.
I just got asked, or I'm sorry, Cecil, the big lizard man, Kovgum?
Yes.
Kovgum talked and I couldn't hear you.
How many people have access to your equipment?
I mean, it's in my house, so shouldn't be anyone but me unless someone's breaking in.
Let's get to your house as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should still see where this video is being transmitted.
Yeah, here. If you need me to hold on to it while you look into that, LU.
Sure, that would help.
I mean, you could pull the legs off of it as well. They're that shoddily put together.
Why does it have legs?
That he's like looking at it and just being like, what is this?
What
What
other?
is this?
Ryfon's just gonna look at the film and be like, what other model cameras are you using for this student film thing?
I mean, I've had a couple. I can't buy very expensive ones, and the cheap ones break down before too long, and I constantly am having to fix them up. I mean, I also just like tinkering with old stuff. You know, just trying to make an old camcorder work that you bought for like $5 at a thrift store. And you're just like, I bet I can make this work and save some money. You know how it goes.
I
I
do.
don't have a lot of money.
I feel the struggle, brother.
But yeah, I have a couple of them. Like I said, I've got 4 that work right now. I think I have like 6 in total. The other 2 I haven't even started working on yet, though. They're actually kind of nicer models. I was thinking I might be able to resell them if I can get them working again.
Fair enough. We had one of these. We dealt with one of these earlier today, and it blew up on us, literally.
Ellie's just looking a bit sheepish.
That's not good. Do you know what model of camera it was?
Ryfon looks at Aliu.
If I remember rightly, you weren't able to identify its exact model when you looked at it.
It was a blown up model.
I think if I remember rightly, you found out that it was a security cam that was being used as a camcorder.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. The last one.
Okay.
Things I need to remember to write down to mark, or rather, to mark off the one that was on the list.
There's a list.
Yeah, it's got 4.
It's one. The model is a blown up security cam.
Okay. That's one of the ones I had fixed up, so that's not too surprising. That
These may be
blow up.
coming from your den.
I don't put legs on cameras.
Which means this video is probably not being sent to him.
I don't, like I told you all before, I don't have any reason to watch you. I don't know. I didn't know who you are, and frankly, I still pretty much don't know who you are.
Don't worry about it.
I'm
Al, you're
constantly
saying
worrying about it right now.
you're not helping things with that, Al. Sorry.
I don't have a nanosecond
Only
about
not.
worry.
But something else might be worried about us.
Maybe. Wait, here, let me help you. You should actually have a wireless broadcast feed. And he's actually going to assist you on an investigation check.
That's it.
Yeah, there should be an option in the menu there that you can open up to bring up the signal. Yeah, because I was also using these with like with a little drone I had so that I could film stuff from a distance. But that thing's broken. The propeller's shattered because someone threw a beer can at it.
College, am I right?
That wasn't even on the campus.
Oh, wow.
Like, my student film I was trying to make, and as he's explaining this now, you're opening up the options menu to look at where the signal is being broadcast. You're not going to get an exact ping, but you can actually see that it is currently connected to the signal it's being broadcast from. And with a camera like this, that signal cannot broadcast very far. Like, maybe... This is even stretching it, like maybe... Gonna have to look up meters because feet isn't gonna work.
You mean an actual...
Because you work on different, like maybe like 90 to 100 meters. You would have to assume.
Well,
But yeah, I was like doing student filming around the actual like city around here, and some random drunk guy just decided to throw a full can of beer at my drone, shattered 3 of its 4 propellers, and those are really expensive to replace. I haven't done it yet.
That was a
Supposed to be doing like a nightlife of the city film.
dick move. Them throwing a can at it.
So they were probably drunk. I can't blame them.
Kid, my main day job is I work at a bar. That's still a dick move.
You'll find all manners of terrible people here, Ryfon. Being drunk is the least of your problems.
Yeah.
What about the symbol you saw?
What's the symbol?
Yeah, that's
This one doesn't have a symbol on it.
Pretty sure we took a picture of it, so can we just show him that symbol?
I would assume you all would have taken a picture of it, so yeah. I'll say yes. He like looks down at one of your whoever shows it to him, one of your phone screens.
Aunt Cecil shows it.
He like squints his eyes at it. That's weird. I mean that kind of looks like my necklace.
Huh?
My necklace. It's like a. What's
anomaly.
the word? Whatever that. It's something that belonged to my mom, or my grandma rather. My dad's mom, I should say. And my dad gave it to me. She was like back when this was still like a thing. She was like a woman of fate. I think they called it a holy symbol.
Huh.
It was like apparently like some kind of like worship of water. It's like a water drop falling into a bowl is what it's supposed to be.
Sounds like our quarry.
Oh, okay.
He means
I still don't.
the-
So, this is while you guys are walking. As Aoi, you're like trying to figure out like by moving around where the signal gets weaker and stronger, and basically using that to like, which direction be you go?
So we're basically playing hotter and colder.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's still talking. So, anomalies. You were talking about them before. They're like magic things?
They can be. Some of them, like if they are magic, they can like infiltrate technology.
Oh. It's weird. We had a student trip to the Central District a little while ago. And after that I started having like weird dreams. And then I started being able to make like stuff like this. And he shows the glove that he is still in fact still wearing. Has not taken it off, shows no signs of wanting to take it off.
I mean, fair.
He is still very threatened by all of you.
Fair.
Specifically Kovkum.
Oh, did you take
Very
the pendant?
fair.
Did you have the pendant with you when you went on the trip? Because maybe at leaving this part of
Yeah.
the city.
Like I told you before, it's not really something I wear around a lot, but I've never been to the Central District before. It was supposed to be like a good luck charm from my dad when he was still around, so I decided to take it with me. And then I started having really weird dreams.
Sounds like a Thratos or Stelos level threat.
I don't know if it could be that bad.
I don't know what
Is,
that means.
Anomalies are
come in various threat levels. There's
Okay.
Terra, which is that they change stuff that's close around them. Thratos is that they have some form of sentience and can strongly affect the people around them. Delos involves that they have lots of power and have their own will of mind.
Okay.
So
I've never heard of magic items doing that.
that is why they are anomalies. So if this anomaly
Oh,
is
that makes
directly
sense
affecting you,
now.
yes, if this anomaly is directly affecting you, giving you ideas to craft, it may be directly affecting you as a anomaly and as a form of sentience, causing it to create its own pack
And he points to the camera.
to
I will
protect itself.
I will actually say this is something you guys have been made aware of previously. The Stratos level anomalies, a creature who is using them typically won't give them up. Like, it's the sort of thing where they're like the One Ring, which is like precious. They don't want to give it up. But he apparently just freely gets to put this thing down and ignore it. Oh, okay. That's not good, then.
I don't think it's Stratos. He's able to leave it at his house.
And you said Stellos?
Delos
That's-
is the third level of strength.
So that's bad, right?
Yes. It is the strongest that we are permitted to go after.
Wait, permitted? There's stronger ones? At this point...
It's above our pay grade, basically.
Okay. At this point, Aoyu, you have almost ran into the side of a building where the signal has finally led you to.
Just like good.
You're like looking at the screen so intently while watching to see if it fluctuates at all. And it finally fills up the last part and you're just like, we're here. You look up, you're 1 inch away from a building.
Well,
You like almost ran the camera into a wall.
that would have been bad.
But yeah. Oh, we're at my house.
Hogum will smell the area. Does it smell like him?
The area of the house?
Yes.
I mean, go ahead and make just a general perception check for Kovkum's good smelly nose.
Good smell nose. Good smells.
He knows his scent.
Anytime I ask for a scent-based check with Kovkum, he always seems to roll really well.
His nose knows.
He doesn't even have advantage. He just rolls well. You like give a, ow, that hurt.
Sorry.
Looks-
I'm fine. My nose is just super clogged up right now. Still,
Wouldn't he smell by licking his?
no. Kovkum has a nose.
Okay.
He it's a combination of both actually using his nose and licking the air.
Okay.
Himlem.
Yeah, but he's a lizard. He actually does have a nose. He's not like a snake where that's mostly just used to breathe and have a heat sensory organ in it. Yeah, because no lizards can actually smell things. Things you have to find out when you're looking up how lizard folk would actually work. But yes, you give a few sniffs. You sniff him. He gets really concerned looking again, but tries not to flinch away from you.
But
Yeah,
does he lick him?
No, he doesn't lick him. He already tasted his blood. He knows
Oh
the
yeah,
smell.
you're right.
Yeah. But yeah, you give him a few sniffs. You give the house a few sniffs. I mean, it certainly smells like, if not exclusively like him, very strongly of him. You do smell other people on it, but it's also sort of thing where there's a little bit of pollution from the fact that, you've kind of got used to this in the city. You generally smell a lot of people no matter where you go. But there is definitely another scent in this house that isn't just him. Like another person.
This is indeed your den.
Yeah.
There is a second smell. Though you said you were alone.
Should we cover the exits?
Oh, yeah. I'm alone now. He, like, slumps a bit.
Did he break up?
No, he lost his
No.
father, Allie.
Oh, right.
Yeah, my dad passed away, like, 2 months ago.
Sorry to hear that.
But if it was 2 months ago, the smell would have dissipated.
No.
From the
I
outside?
mean, it's still... I mean, he's been in this house his whole life, just like I have. Doesn't go away that easy. Here, I'll let you guys in. Yeah, it's not a particularly big house. It is kind of interesting, though. You don't usually see a ton of, like, single-story buildings. Or not single-story, but, like, single, like, person buildings. Mostly it's typically things like... What is the word I'm trying to think of? Like, townhouses where it's multiple, like, residences wrapped into one thing, but not an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Townhouses are one building with multiple entrances sectioned off. Duplex would be two houses basically attached together.
Yeah,
You're referring to a
it's usually
standalone unit.
Yeah, it's usually stuff like that you've been noticing in the city. This one is very weird in that it is a standalone 2-story home. Yeah, and it's very much like the, I hate to make this comparison, but like the Bronx type style of building where it's got like the concrete steps with the railing leading up to it.
Oh, the stoop.
Okay.
Yeah, the stoop. I always forget what that word is called, like what that word is, which is weird because I listen to Rent sometimes. Anyone who's listened to Rent knows what I'm talking about. Piss. Anyways. But yeah. He, like, walks up there, just pulls out a key, unlocks the front door, and just sort of, like, invites you all in. I mean, I can show you where I keep the thing.
Yep.
Right. And as you all step inside, that's where we're going to take our break.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
I'll be back.
I got a little over halfway done on a premiere ball while we were doing session so far.
Nice.
Y'all know I gotta keep my hands busy. Just a simple crochet project's the easiest way for me to do it.
Yeah.
Alright, 5 to 10, everybody. Okay.
This poor kid.
You'll be fine. You'll survive.
Those cats hate those boxes.
Which one are you referring to?
Moving
Oh,
moves.
the chainsaw cats.
I would describe that more like a caterpillar, but okay. You ever seen how like a caterpillar or like a snail eats something? It's exactly like that. Watching a video of a snail consuming a piece of cucumber is one of the most weirdly satisfying things.
Yeah, I've just seen it slowly disappear.
Yeah, just like one munchy crunch bite at a time. I got a new candle today. It smells really good. But I need to get something to put it in. It is a apricot and peach scented candle that I got because I work at a retail store that sells candles, and whenever the candle's glass gets broken, we have to throw it away. But if one of the employees feels like pulling all of the glass off and taking just the wax and wick of the candle, they usually don't get questioned about it. So I pulled all of the shattered glass off this candle and took it with me because it smelled delicious.
Nice. And the fireworks are going off.
Dropkick the fireworks.
No, it's Canada Day. They get a pass. Happy Canada Day, everybody. To us Canadians, anyway.
Happy day that I unfortunately don't actually know the significance of.
It's the day we basically asked the British, hey, can we be our own country? And they looked at the US and then back at us and then to the US and then back to at us and said yes.
It's like, do we think they'll do the same? No, but there's a chance it could happen. So sure. And this is why Canada craves war constantly, because at every opportunity, people look at the U.S. and just be like, you know what? Nah, we're tired. Remember, folks, drink your water, or else you'll die. There's no joke there. It's just true.
Oh, what joke?
Did you just say to me?
I said what joke?
I said there was no joke. I said that if you
okay.
don't drink water, you will die.
Oh. That's the hope.
Shut the fuck up. You're not allowed to die. Not until the point of your predetermined fate, which you will die.
False. Predestination is a coward's way out.
He.
It describes all failures. There's something else.
It also does so with all successes.
Exactly.
I'm dying.
You're not allowed to die either.
Don't worry, if I do die, then I just become alive again.
He's a lich!
Or a revenant.
No. I just can't die. It never seems to stick. Hello, my name is Tim Purden, and I'm too old to die. Local cat owner too afraid of what would happen to his cats to die. Who will feed them and take care of them and teach them how to talk if he's not around? Sure, they won't talk because they're dicks half the time. But who will teach them if he isn't? I can now breathe through my nose.
Oof.
My programmers like cooking. You peel the carrot, you chop the carrot, you put the carrot in the stew. You don't suddenly find out that your peeler is several versions behind and they drop support for carrots in 4.3. I mean, I have gotten very good with cooking.
I'm very confused about the purpose of the thing you posted in moving memes.
It's a technique to make a pad out of toilet paper as a emergency use need.
Oh, now it makes more sense. I thought they were just being like, and this is how you make macrame with a toilet paper. And as you can see, it's just sort of, it's just a little boat. But with that context, it actually makes sense. I don't know how effective that would be.
Sorry, I'm back. But what?
I just talking about pads.
Pet?
Pads.
Oh, those kind of pads. What's with the squigglies?
Talking about pads.
What?
I'm assuming you're talking about the thing in the moving memes.
Yeah, no. In Roll20.
Squigglies. Oh, why are the squigglies? Why does Zari only have lines?
Right, what's with the squigglies?
Who did that? It's either Armored or Ali. It's got to be Armored then.
I just got back.
It's just like I was just like that. I'm pretty sure that's green. So you're the only two that have potentially green colors attached to you right now.
It's
Roll 20 color codes, you bitch.
oh, I could have changed the colors.
Well, you didn't.
Hey! Don't delete those.
Why do you
There
want
was
them?
a reason for them. No, because
Let's not let
I
me
saw-
put back the other ones for some reason.
because I saw that we were positioned like this. I moved I moved Kogum here, and it just brought to my mind the situation from the Fifth Element, specifically the four elements with Rifon in the middle, heart or love. So Zari is earth, Cecil is wind, Alu is fire, and Kogum is water.
You're a nerd.
What was that? I heard elements. What?
The movie The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
I saw us, our characters situated in this 5-point pattern, and just thought of the four elements. So, Cecil is wind, Zari is earth, Alu is fire, Kogum is water, and then you have Rifon in the middle as love/heart.
Nice.
You know what else you are?
A big
One
nerd?
side of a D6.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, I was technically right, because we are a part of a die.
Oh my god.
You're about to die.
You better get ready to die.
You're about to die. I'm gonna drop kick you out of existence. I'm going to blow my nose on you.
Ew. That's not very COVID friendly.
You drop kick me, and I'll just be rolling. Come on, rolling, yeah.
Oh god damn it.
Rolling. They hating.
Oh
I
my
prefer-
god.
You both need to shut up, or we might get DMCA'd.
No, it's fine.
No, it's not.
I would rather not get a DMCA strike on my channel, please and thank you.
I will literally find you, and I will literally slap you.
With the fish.
Maybe. It'll be like those videos of the New York fish market where they just throw fishes violently at each other. I'll throw a salmon. I'll throw a frozen salmon like a spear.
Oh my god. Why not a swordfish?
Because
Blue
that would be much less realistically capable of actually throwing like a spear. Because they're very fat and very heavy.
I believe.
a lot of salmon are like long and kind of like cylindrical. At least if they're not spawning, then they're like, oh, excuse me, then they're like horrible monstrosities.
They get chunky.
They use up like all of their like stored protein cells to create babies by the thousands.
Grody.
And then
Anyways,
bears
everyone
are
back?
like, yum.
Is everyone back?
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay, we got a myth. No, we got a Danny. We
Yee.
have an armored.
Yeah,
Armored, did you ever like get up to go to the bathroom or get some more water or anything?
I have water here.
Okay. Do we have a CJ?
Yes.
Do we have an owl?
I will be haunted by my actions forever. Hoot!
Can't remember what he said when he climbed out of the house.
Oh my god.
But yes, the owl was on purpose. Now let's move on. Alright, so we pick back up
fuck
as you
is
all
my
are heading
chair rolling
inside
on?
the building. I don't know.
That was the weirdest. I somehow got bubble wrap caught under the chair wheel.
Weird.
Fun.
Anyway,
Hippity poppity.
Yeah. It sounded like Rice Krispies because there were so many getting popped at the same time.
Yo, I haven't had Rice Krispies in forever. Fuck.
No tangents.
Sorry.
Alright. We pick back up as you all are now heading inside of Philip's home. Immediately, it's pretty dark in here. And Kovgum, both of those scents are also immediately much more prevalent.
as to be expected.
Yeah. The
fuck was
Alright.
that?
That was Al burping.
Well, it wasn't quite a burp, but it was an owl noise, yes. You can confirm. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yes. It's interesting, Kovgum. You know that the one person, the father, apparently he hasn't been here for 2 months. His scent is probably still as strong inside this building as Phillips's, though, which is a bit odd. Maybe not as fresh, but still as strong. Yeah, so what are you all actually going to do with it?
Cecil looks to Ryphon.
See, I think we're supposed to collect it, but I mean, if it's a family heirloom thing, I don't know. We're probably gonna have to get in contact and see what we're supposed to do from there.
At least need to contain it.
I
Maybe
see.
we can see about them sending a containment thing to you to where you can still keep it in your possession, but it be in a special container.
I mean, we can just extract the abnormality out and leave the necklace intact, right? That was an option given to us previously.
It is something that's possible, but it's also entirely possible that when they do that, the object will be destroyed. It's just part of the disenchantment process that it's not guaranteed it'll be destroyed, but there's a high likelihood that taking the magic out of something will cause the item to be damaged. Because the magic that's inside of it already is so unstable.
We are sent here to collect it, where it can be studied and understood.
I see. Alright then. It should just be in my room. Come on. He starts leading you all up to the second floor of the building. And... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, just something kind of flicks through Kogum's head.
Allow one of us to advance full ahead.
But you don't know where my room is.
You can direct us. But if this is creating creatures, there may be risk.
Make a persuasion check, Kovkum. And I'm gonna say this, unfortunately with disadvantage.
Yes. I
Oh.
completely understand.
What is his wisdom? It is not good. But it's not a
Same.
negative. It's a 1. And he rolled a 6.
Oh!
Whoa.
So technically aggressor wins.
Hey.
But it's a very close and low tie.
Hmm.
It's
No.
probably just fear that makes him give in. Just, I don't want you to stab me.
Not you. If someone else wants to come up, I'll agree.
I'll do
I
it.
can go.
Yeah. Think one of you two
Sorry.
should probably do it. Why me?
He is going to point at his, or pinch his chainmail and then point at you.
You are better defended. You can handle a reaction attack better.
I mean, I guess.
Isn't this like your all's job? Wouldn't you know if there was something hiding, wanting to attack you right now?
No, not necessarily.
Couldn't predict robots coming at us.
I guess that's fair.
It's safe praxis to just assume that, well, there could be, but we won't really
okay.
know until situation comes to it.
Alright then. Okay, Mr. Zari. You want to come up here then?
Yeah. Go.
Alright, so you make your way up the stairs with Philip now. Everyone else following as closely behind as they wish to.
Mm-hmm.
He leads you to one of the upper floor of this building. It's smaller than the lower floor of the building. It's got,
Okay.
like, maybe 4 rooms up here. Look like they're all probably either bedrooms or storerooms. Just based on layout. But this is my room right here. It's just a really plain looking door that just has Phil on the front of it. Apparently, Kovgum wants you to go in ahead of me.
I guess just in case.
Yeah, it's not like I have anything to hide in this moment.
No, I think it's more in case the object might decide it needs to defend itself.
Alright then.
Possibly a thing. Okay.
Fair enough. Alright
Yeah.
then, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, just go ahead and open the door. Like, kind of shield at ready just in case.
Alright. You open the door to see a fairly plain, fairly clean bedroom. There's just not much in the room itself. The bed itself looks like it's pretty much a twin size bed where the sheets are a little tossed and turned, probably haven't been properly made in a while, but they're not dirty or anything. And the actual condition of the room itself is surprisingly clean for the stereotypical college student. But you just see The only real clutter in the room is some mechanical scraps that are laying about on the desk in the corner. Anything in there?
Nothing I can immediately see.
Yeah, and if you're curious, you can also make a perception check.
Highest armor, but the lowest wisdom.
Yeah, 15, not bad. You take a look around a little bit, listen for a couple of seconds. You don't hear anything moving or see anything of potential threat in this room. The closet door is closed, which has you a little on edge, but you think the coast is clear.
I mean, I don't see nothing immediately.
Alright then. I guess everyone else can come up. It's not like there's a reason not to. He just says, just generically down the hall and down the stairs where I assume everyone else is either slowly shuffling behind or still waiting down.
Govgum would be going up.
Yep, kind of figured. He like turns around, sees you, and just like immediately just goes, like just immediately like stiffens, not realizing you were right behind him the whole time.
Govgum's just standing there, being told the coast is clear. He's just sniffing the air.
You can go ahead and make a perception check as well.
Oh, not a disadvantage,
18.
but that's an 18.
18? I mean, smells like the same humans. Humans got that good human smell.
Is there a computer, some sort of like server in this room?
He does have a computer. It does appear to be on right now.
So is that where the video feed is going to?
Let's look. I guess it should be. There should be attached to my house, my computer. Yeah, and he lets you all into his room, though it's not really big enough to accommodate the size of this party.
Govgum would stay outside the room.
Like, it's big enough that you could all stand in there, but there's not a lot of room for, say, punching people in the face if should be needed.
Yeah, he'll stay outside.
Okay.
Outside the room.
Yeah.
Are there multiple doors in this hallway?
Yeah, there's 4.
4.
Yeah, there's 4. The one that has Phil on it. One that has Miriam on it. One that just has Dad on it. And then one that is unlabeled.
Well, while they're in there, Govgum would sniff around the hallway to determine where is the second person, probably the father's, smell the strongest, and where, if there's any smell of like oil or anything from any of the other doors.
Alright. Well, the second person's smell is actually not the strongest, even up here in the second floor. It's actually the strongest downstairs. Yeah, it was probably the strongest in the little living room that you entered into as soon as you came in the house. As for a smell of oil, subtly yes, but you also know that Philip works on mechanics in here. It's not terribly strong. Alright, let's see. And he brings Alu over to his computer. Yeah, I'm getting a camera feed right now. It brings up a little window on his computer that is showing the currently live camera feed from the specific camcorder you guys currently have a rag on the face of. And he actually like starts shuffling around through his desk. It should be in here. Ah, here it is. And from one of the bottom drawers of his desks, he actually does pull this necklace out that looks similar to that symbol you saw. Appears to be a stylized depiction of a blue water droplet falling into a appears to be silver bowl.
And Philip, you said you don't really know anything about the holy symbol at all?
I mean, I know it was about some, like, water god of bounty and good fortune. It's supposed to be about, like, rain dishes and always being able to provide even the weather itself. I never talked to Grandma a lot about it because, I mean, you know, religion's not too much of a thing nowadays. Apparently it was a lot bigger back in her time.
Yeah. My caretaker was a lot like that, too.
Yeah. I mean, especially in this part of the city, religion's not really a thing.
Can any of us make a religion check to see if we might recognize the symbol?
Sure. I mean, any of you could if you want to.
I'd like to try.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
Can I
highly
see?
doubt Kokum would know.
I would also say Kovgum's currently investigating other things.
That is also true.
Yeah.
Can Cecil assist?
Well, you could make your own roll.
Yeah,
I
but
would-
you're
I would say this would be a case of where everyone would make their own individual roll.
Okay.
Because you're not, like, conspiring right now, you're just immediately trying to get what you think you know about it.
unfortunate. You have no god.
I have
Doesn't
no
look-
god.
You don't.
Nope.
Think about clerics in this world setting. They don't really need a god. They just need faith and belief.
God is dead and we killed him.
Faith and trust and pixie
Hey.
dust.
Oh my god.
Does Zari want to try to make the check as well, or do you just not want to, Myth?
I don't think it makes sense.
Fair enough. Alright then. Raifon and Aliu. I mean, it's not a terribly uncommon type of symbol. Again, this is sort of a well-known fact of this world, is that pretty much there are no gods anymore, or rather, there are no, like, named gods anymore. There used to be, there's historical records of named gods. But at some point in history, especially pertaining to the Millennial War, where people just stopped believing in them and they stopped appearing. It's only just recently, like after Crater City was established and the peace between the three nations here was established, that any form of faith and religion started reappearing. And even then, it's like in abstract concepts and objects and principles rather than named gods and things. So pretty much how he explained it, where it's like a god of bounty about trying to make what you can with what the world gives you. The depiction of a rain catcher catching rain. It makes sense that someone would place value in that and believe in it as like a concept. So, no name, just you understand that, yeah, that would be a holy symbol that would depict that type of thing.
Okay.
Both of you two can make a perception check as well.
Okie
Or
dokie.
perception or investigation of your choice.
I mean, they're the same roll for me either way. Like,
Fair enough.
I'll go with the one I actually have proficiency with and hope for the best. Damn.
It happens. Ryphon, you don't really notice this, but Alu, actually kind of makes sense that you might notice this. From how he described that, like how he described it previously, I mean, sure, it might just be a trick of the low light in this room because he didn't really turn the light on when he came in. He just sort of walked in and went straight to the computer. That looks cheap.
The
Uh-oh.
necklace.
Yeah,
And
like it you're like, if because he would let you take it because you guys said you needed to take it. You actually like pick it up and look it over in your hands, and very specifically scratch one of your nails against the stone, and it leaves a scratch mark as if it's made of plastic.
And how long has it been in your family exactly?
I mean, I don't know where my grandma got it, but
But at least a few
he
days.
seems to actually stiffen a little bit. Wait, is something wrong?
Wrong per se, more just
Right, Mr. Ryphon, you're already standing over there. Can you turn the light on?
Yeah, sure. He'll just flip the light on.
Yeah, it's just a light switch next to you. Yeah, the light flips on, and it reveals to everyone in the room right now that, at least per how it was described to you, being a actual, like, I think he didn't describe the stone, but it was actually a stone with a silver bowl underneath it. This looks like a plastic charm with, like, that gaudy fake brass metal as the metal for it. That's not right.
no.
That looks like something you'd get at a costume shop.
Or maybe
That's not right. That he actually starts frantically looking through his drawers.
Who else has
I-
been in here?
There shouldn't be anyone in here. I've lived by myself for the last 2 months since my dad died.
How did your dad die?
He died of disease. He seems reluctant to speak on that one.
Disease. Any particular kind of disease?
Now's not really the time to focus on that, I think.
Well, it could give me it could give us an idea if the dad had any enemies.
I don't think he died of cancer.
Well, that's unfortunate. He probably didn't have any enemies.
I mean, no, he was a friendly guy. A lot of people liked him around here. Don't. That's weird.
Who else knows of this artifact, this heirloom that you have?
I don't know. I've taken it with me once out of the house in the last 3 months. That was on that class trip.
And you haven't told anyone about it?
Well, I took it out again, admittedly. I took it out with me when I did the thing for the Crimson Wings. But I didn't tell them about it.
But it looks valuable.
Well, yeah, so did all the robots I got them, too. I did my side of the deal for them. They didn't know anything. They shouldn't have known anything about that.
Do they know where you live?
I don't know. I don't think so, but
It wouldn't be that hard to track him down. Or even follow him.
Govcum, you open the unmarked door.
There's an unmarked door.
Yeah, like 3 of the doors had names on them, then one of them didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you open the unmarked door. Make a perception check as you open it.
Oh, 7.
All right. For this one, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
That's a spicy.
It's
Okay.
unfortunate.
It's
At
not
least
a
you-
natural one, at
bad.
least.
It's a modified 1.
You
Yeah,
hate
it's
to
like I
see
said.
it.
It's not a natural one, at least. Dang, if you didn't have disadvantage, though.
Yeah.
Right.
That would have been a nat 20 for him without disadvantage.
Yeah. Kovgum, as you open the door, you're trying to focus too much on the smells around you that you lose a little track of your vision as something that was perched above the door suddenly drops down, and you hear a like the grinding of a flint and steel around you. As everyone suddenly hears the explosive sounds of flames.
Is
Boy.
that supposed to happen?
He was following the smell of the oil, and boom!
And boom.
Yep.
What the hell was that?
Yeah,
Where's
you all hear
Kovgum?
this explosion. Kovgum, you immediately take 12 points of fire damage.
Ouchie, ouch.
As you've just had oil dumped on you and lit on fire. What was that?
I don't know.
Where's
Yeah.
Kovgum?
Yeah, there's a little bit more panic in this moment.
Yeah.
Because you can all look out the door and see as Kovgum stumbles backwards, and the hallway where he is standing, which is also the hallway in front of the stairs, is now on fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
that ain't fucking good.
Great. Way to go.
You got a
Kovgum.
fire extinguisher?
It's in the kitchen.
Grab a blanket. Try to suffocate it out.
You guys do that, I'm just gonna go through.
Yeah.
Alright, Ryphon, you're gonna rush the flames.
Yeah, he's tiefling, he's resistant, so he'll only take half damage.
Fair.
Alright, would have been 8, half down to 4 points of fire damage as you run through.
Alright.
You have to, like, slap the fire off of your pants as you're running through because it is still an oil fire.
Yeah.
The oil splashes up and actually catches your jeans on fire.
Yeah, he just...
Wait, he doesn't wear jeans, does he?
No, he does.
Okay, I thought he did. Wasn't sure.
He wears
Dad
motorcycle boots
jeans.
and dad jeans.
Fair. But yeah, you have to slap the fire out because you know an oil fire is not to joke around with.
Oh yeah, whether it's cooking oil or motor oil, just don't fuck with oil fires.
Oil fires are scary.
Yeah. Specifically, this smells like motor oil. So it smells horrible right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, he
Like
just
a mixture of burning oil and rubber.
he just pulls what he can of his shirt up over his nose and makes the rest of his way to the kitchen to get the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, actually, currently the only blanket or sheet you see right now is the one on Philip's bed, but he's currently, like, smacking the device on his wrist.
What? Why?
You
know it can create elemental effects. He seems to be trying to get it to do something.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Doubt it.
Traps in this house.
don't throw
I don't
water.
know, there shouldn't be!
Don't throw water at it if that's what you're trying to do. Just suffocate
No,
it.
I'm trying to get ice! Actually gonna roll to see what he gets. Oh, dang!
Did he
You
get
know,
ice?
yeah, I just made him do a technically it's a tinker check, but it's what he has to do to make this thing work. And he rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah, you will actually watch as he punches the dial that's on the back of his hand, and it finally unlocks and spins into a position, and the bulbs on his arms start glowing a light blue color. Oh, I can't believe that actually worked.
What am I
Oh,
stupid?
percussive recalibration. Yep. As Ryphon, you're running down to the kitchen, not really knowing where the fire extinguisher is kept. Go ahead and make a perception check as Philip is going to use his charge to try to at least diminish the flames, because this can't put them out.
It can probably at least dampen them, though. But you said perception?
Yeah.
21.
Hey.
It's a good thing this house is being kept very clean, because you can immediately spot that very identifiable red cylinder.
Yeah, he grabs it, checks it to make sure it's still in a usable state.
Doesn't look like it's been used yet, doesn't look like it's very old, so it's good.
Alright, and he's just running back up to where the fire is, getting the extinguisher ready as he goes.
Yep. We know how it goes. Pull the pin, position, aim, squares.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you're running back up and everyone else, you're like getting the blanket ready to try to smother it. Philip steps into the doorway and aims his gauntlet down towards it, as essentially just a blast of icy wind shoots out of it, which you think would further stoke the flames, but seems to diminish them somewhat.
Hey.
It
Our
at least
boy
puts
Philip.
out it puts out the fire that was immediately creeping down the stairs, but not what's currently lit explosively in that room.
Mm-hmm.
So at least there's a path to escape right now.
What's in that room?
It's parts, storage stuff. It was like
We're
bedclothes storage and things like that.
Is there a window in Philip's room?
Oh yeah, there's a small one.
Can I look outside the window?
Yeah. You currently see the other buildings around you.
Mm-hmm. Nothing else?
And another camera looking at you from the adjacent rooftop.
Does it look similar to the one that,
Yeah, it's got
we
chicken
saw-
legs.
Okay.
Almost at this one doesn't sprint away from you as you catch sight of it. You actually watch as the lens of it does the like like focusing on you.
Mm.
Alright, what are you all doing now? I know Ryphon's running back up.
Yeah, he's as soon as he's within range to start using this fire extinguisher, he is. Sorry if I sound distracted. That big ass spider I was talking about in chat earlier is back.
Punch!
Oh my god.
No, don't punch the spider.
It'll die.
I mean, gross.
I don't think there's anything I can do.
You wash hand.
Hovgum, seeing that there's a clear path through the fire.
Yeah, like the fire that was currently starting to drip down the staircase just got put out by him using the ice gauntlet.
Through the fire and
Will-
flames just starts playing in the background.
We'll pick up Phil and basically get the weakest one away from danger. And even if there is fire left, he's going to march through it to get him out of the danger zone.
Fair enough. It seems like Phil's move made the oil that was on the stairs too cold, or starting to go down the stairs too cold to be ignited. Because motor oil doesn't just catch fire, it has to get hot first. But you actually just yoink him up. He's not very heavy, so you just do it. Not going to make you roll anything for it. It technically does put you at half speed because you're carrying a medium-sized creature, but yeah.
Kill
It's
that.
not very important inside of a building. They're not huge. Well, at least not a residential building like this. So yeah, you just snap him up. He's just like, ah, no! But he can't really resist you in his panic, and you just zoom away with him. You almost knock Ryphon off the stairs as he's coming up with the fire extinguisher, but you guys manage to quickly squeeze past each other.
Ryphon basically does that and flattens himself against the wall.
Pretty much.
Investigate that room when you can.
Yeah.
All right, so Ryfon, you head up the stairs and start using the fire extinguisher.
Mm-hmm.
It seems effective because that is the sole purpose of a fire extinguisher in a kitchen is to put out grease fires.
Yeah.
You would hope so.
The ones you actually get for your kitchen are supposed to be the ones that are supposed to put out grease fires.
Yeet.
I mean, any fire, but specifically grease fires.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, but yeah. It's not a thing you have to roll for or anything. You get the feeling it would be enough to put out this room, considering this fire has not been lit very long. It has not climbed over the other cloth materials in this room yet.
Yeah.
At least not enough that you can't put it out. What's everyone else doing at this moment? Currently, CJ, you're the only one. CJ, I
Yeah.
believe you're the one who said they were looking out the window?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the only one who's currently noticed the other camera.
Cecil calls out, "There's somebody watching us."
Of course.
Another one?
is.
I'm gonna go after it.
Go after
Okay.
it. Bring it back in one piece.
If you
No
can.
promises. Just
I believe.
Funny thing is, Cecil is probably the only person who could actually get out this window. It's not a big window.
And
Small window, yeah.
Cecil tiny.
I'm small.
You Scott
Full of
Pilgrim
rage.
yourself out the window.
You defenestrate
Okay, guys,
yourself.
do you mind giving me a moment to just murderize the spider?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I'm
You're
gonna.
currently putting out a fire.
Yeah,
I see.
I'm gonna get a big thing and go squish.
As Cecil gets defenestrated.
You know what? Just missed him.
It took me a second to get the reference, but yes.
Yeah, I said Cecil Scott Pilgrim out the window.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Dude, you know the with Understanding Willow episode where Luce just gets launched?
Yeet.
I
It's
still
a lot
have
of
yet to
situations
watch
where it's
it.
applicable.
You got. Oh,
I heard a
think Annie
scream.
got it.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it was a scream or a cat.
It was a scream. I think it wasn't I got it, but we'll have to wait to confirm.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah.
Sorry if I scared you guys. I squished. Well, I didn't quite squish it, but I incapacitated it enough to get it in a sealable container.
Hey, that's good.
Is it still alive?
It's in the process of dying.
Okay.
You can
I
launch it
just-
outside.
I put on the kitchen gloves and I grabbed an old big fat sketchbook and I went hiya. And you probably heard me scream when it didn't quite. It tried to jump away, but I incapacitated it enough to put it in an old resealable ice cream container.
Yeah,
That-
we heard the
We
scream.
heard.
I'm sorry. I should have muted myself.
Scary.
It's fine.
No,
it
it
wasn't.
wasn't
It
scary.
wasn't super loud. It was just like.
It was funny.
Oh, it was.
It was very entertaining.
Yeah, it was something happened.
It was a moment of either she got it or she's dead.
It was a moment of panicked. I got it. I can let the cats out now, though, because I can let the cats out after session properly now because I don't have to worry about them getting bit by that fucker. Okay.
Ooh.
Sorry about that, guys.
All right. So
Alright.
one spider properly meeting its determined fate.
Feels so good, Mr. Stirk.
Insert joke about spoilers.
It's
That movie's been
just
out long enough.
it's just gonna stay in the closed up old blue bunny container until I can deal with it by just yeeting it outside.
Into the recycling bin with you.
Get recycled into nature.
Probably what I'll do after session is put on a boot, dump it on the porch, and properly squish it.
Fair enough.
Oh.
All right. So, Cecil Scout Pilgrims herself out the window.
Defenestration!
All right. What's everyone else doing? Ryfon, At this stage, you're starting to get the fire under control because it's been a few moments.
Golgum gets Philip out of the house and puts him down, and then immediately surveys the area to see if there's anything mechanical outside to be concerned of.
Alright, go ahead, give perception.
14.
Alright. You don't immediately notice anything, though some people who are on the street are being very confused why a lizard just ran out of a house with a man.
He set him down.
Still confusing. In fact, it's more confusing now. He's not even kidnapping him. Why steal someone if you're not kidnapping them?
Oh my god.
But you just need their eternal soul.
Anyways. But yeah. You don't immediately notice any threats approaching. At least not of a mechanical sort. There are a couple of, like... You're not sure if it's, like, concerned citizens or people who are just wanting to watch if something's happening. But there are, like, people gathering around to see what's going on.
He'll
go.
will hold up his shield and basically take a stance almost like he's protecting Philip.
Alright. So you take up a defensive stance, stalwarting yourself between threats and Phil.
Yes.
Alright. Aliu, Zadi.
Or he just kind of like shrugs her shoulders, like, nothing I can do. Goes back to the computer to investigate the
Glorious.
House might catch on fire. We might be about to assault by robots. Better surf the web.
basically
I
to
got a
check
hack.
any like a different to see if they can gather any new information.
Alright. Zadi.
I don't really know what there is to do, because I'm upset of the house. Fire is mostly being contained. I guess, like, just keep watching out the window in case robots start trying to come in.
Alright then. Then you just watch as Cecil now is currently swinging away, chasing that other little droid.
Yeah.
You know, ninja warrioring up some buildings.
Nin.
Ninja Warrior would be a very different thing if they gave them a grapple hook.
Oh my god,
True.
that'd be amazing.
It would be pretty amazing, yeah.
Alright. So Zadi, you just essentially are staying there protecting Aliu?
More, yeah.
Protecting. General purpose.
Keep protect.
You protect.
Alrighty then. Okay, so, Govcum, there's not currently anything going on. Aliu, you can go ahead and make an investigation check on the computer.
Pooter, no.
You're like, tippity-tap, tippity-tap, tippity-tap. There doesn't seem to be anything new. Oh, hey, a homework folder. It actually has homework in it.
Oh.
Disappointing.
And yet...
But yeah. At this point, you're actually getting the fire under you've actually gotten the fire under control, because I'm considering not these, like, 6-second rounds, but, like, action-type rounds.
Mm.
So you've got the fire under control. At this point, Ryphon.
Mm-hmm.
Keep wanting to say Cerulean.
Well, Cerulean's his
But-
middle name, so it wouldn't be
Wouldn't be incorrect?
It's just not the
At
name
the
he
same
goes
time.
by.
Yeah. Alrighty then. But yeah, you've got it under control now. There's a few spots left, but they're not going to catch again. It's like embers now.
Okay. Oh. Ah. Just disgruntled noises.
Alright. Alright, what are because currently nothing is going on with Kovgum and Philip other than concern, on quotes, citizens watching. Nothing seems to be approaching you, Kovgum. No one else is running out of the building, though?
Which means that at least fire's under control. Probably.
Seems like it might be the case.
Did Kogum see Cecil yeet herself out the window?
That was opposite sides of the building.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you yeeted out the back of what would essentially be the back of the building. He ran out the front door.
Makes sense.
Yeah, just
Actually, Cecil, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and make just a general purpose dexterity check to see see if you're catching up with the boards.
With advantage because I have the hook, or
This one seems to be moving a little bit better, so no.
okay. Okay. Oh no!
The bad juju get up.
Bad juju.
All right, it beat you by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, it beat you by 2.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, as you're running to chase it, it's not really gaining any ground, but you're not gaining any either.
Mm. I mean,
This one almost does seem to be running with purpose, though.
Okay.
Like, immediately you would note that this one, like, the little chicken legs on it, yeah, they're still like little chicken legs, but they are actually, like, properly put together, as opposed to just seemingly be slapdashed onto it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, less like a weird little camera with just some things it's strapped into, and more like it's properly integrated into the system.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Alright. Ryfon, now that you have the blaze under control, what do you want to do?
he's gonna stick his head into the room where Zari and Allie are. Okay, I think I got the fire under control, but where'd Cecil go?
You see a broken window.
He just keeps staring at the computer monitors. Goes, yay!
I guess there was another filming robot.
Okay, so that means they went to chase after that.
Yeah.
That's technically on task, and this is getting far more complicated than we were thinking, so honestly, that chasing after it's probably the right move.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get Cove and Phil.
You got the fire under control then?
It ain't gonna smell pretty in there for a while, but it ain't gonna light back up.
Yeah, luckily it's hardwood floor instead of carpet. If it was carpet, you don't know if you would have been able to get it out with just a single fire extinguisher.
Yeah, if it was carpet, we would have had to evacuate, but the fire extinguisher would have made it, manageable to get out. Thankfully hardwood, so. And he'll go get Kovgum and Phil.
Yeah, at this point, Phil is actually hiding behind Kovgum as all these people are, like, walking up. Because he fears Kovgum, but what he fears more is social interaction with people he doesn't know.
Mood.
Especially a large number of people.
Oh my god.
Same.
Same.
Yeah, you head out, and you just see those two currently standing in front of the house. Kovgum interposing himself between Phil and all potential threats from the front.
Yeah, just... Alright, Phil, just say... Alright, Cove, it's safe to come back inside now. We got it under control.
He'll look. loosen his stance a bit. He'll look to Phil.
Go inside to safety.
Oh,
We need to
okay.
investigate.
Okay. Does not take much encouragement for him to go back inside, away from people.
Kovgum will look at the crowd.
Be gone with all of you.
And he's going to go inside.
Okay. You hear shouted from the from just somewhere in the crowd.
Right.
Yeah, you had the collective of you head back inside. Zardi and Aliu.
Yeah, just bringing Phil and Kovgum up to what's going on. Just like, so bad news is we're probably gonna have to replace your window, and I don't know, maybe some of your stuff, depending on what all the fire destroyed. Good news is the
Why?
fire's out.
That's good. Why is the window broke? Okay, never mind.
'Cause another one of those little robots showed up apparently, and Cecil just went after it.
Ah, I see.
Oh, those creatures.
Kovgum, you said you wanted to investigate that room? I mean, it's just used to store, like, bedclothes and extra furniture in.
It smelt heavily of oil.
That was probably the bucket of oil that got dumped on you.
Why would it be trapped? You
I
don't
don't-
place a trap where you do not intend for prey to be.
I don't know. I'd have to change my bedding soon. Needs to get washed. You need to change your bedding every couple of weeks. He says sheepishly, realizing more and more how much of a square he sounds like.
He's trying his best.
Whereas Raifon's secretly thinking, this kid was raised right.
And ask yourself, where you intend to be the prey?
And he's going to walk upstairs.
I don't want to think about that.
That's
a
fair.
fair response to that, though.
I don't want to think about that, thank you.
I'd rather you not
So-
imply you're going to eat me.
He's so out of his depth.
He is such a normal boy.
He is average human.
He is just a guy
The small town boy.
living in the world.
Christ.
He's a normal human. Why the fuck's he here?
Okay, Phil, like,
Much happier than Human Kingdom.
honestly, is there any reason you could think of for why somebody would booby trap your linen closet?
I don't know. It's not a linen closet. It used to be a guest bedroom, but we don't need it for that anymore.
Okay,
But
storage room.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never brought anyone here.
But
My parents didn't really like visitors, and it's just not something I ever. We don't have friends.
could someone have broken in and done it?
Maybe, but I don't know why. No one knows where I live. No one should know where I live. I don't tell anyone at school that. It's on school records, but that's not something just anyone can get a hold of, you know?
And I'm guessing somebody'd have to be a hella smart in order to get it out of the school records, wouldn't they?
Either that, they just have to follow me without me noticing, which I guess just sort of like looks at the one camera that's kind of just sitting now, which I guess isn't impossible, even though I really don't want to think about that.
You know, that's fair.
Doesn't make sense, though. I didn't tell any of them about the thing. They don't know how I could get past stuff. As far as they were aware, that was just something I could do.
The big metal hand.
That was another robot. That wasn't a person.
But it was you in the video who was dressed up like the Code Kane character.
Yeah, I was controlling it. That's why I said they would think I'm the one who had that ability, not a necklace. Kokum, do you go? I'm assuming Kokum's going to investigate that room.
Yeah, he's going to first go to the bedroom where Zari and Alu are.
We need to discern why that room was important enough to trap.
Wait
I'll
a
go with
second.
you.
I don't want to think about this, but I don't normally go in any of those rooms, but I keep them clean. Are they all trapped?
It's possible.
Kokum will try to open the father one while smelling the top of the door.
Might
Right.
be a good idea to look.
You
before
start
do.
opening it. You start opening it cautiously, and as soon as you start to open the door, you immediately feel a very slight resistance as it taps something against the top of the doorway.
He sniffs harder, smells.
Yeah, as it gets
The-
disturbed, you do smell oil. With a
Oil.
touch of something else. Like a chemical smell that isn't oil.
Uh-oh.
Oil and something I do not recognize. But there is oil.
Let me. Maybe it might be just something you're not used to. Maybe me or Al could identify it.
An Arcana check from either of you two if you want to.
Ooh.
If I could get my mouse to cooperate.
Al, you don't recognize the smell.
Holy shit! How? What?
Hey.
I am just.
Hey,
bed.
Lamau.
Ryphon, this is actually a smell you recognize because you've accidentally made this before.
Oh,
Specifically because
Oh, fuck.
You specifically recognize this smell because you were mixing drinks, and someone didn't tell you that some things had been moved around the bar, and you mixed two compounds together because someone, essentially one of the other rare workers at the bar played a prank on you that they didn't think would go as badly as it did, where you accidentally made alchemist fire in your
Oh.
mixing tin. And it just burst into flames whenever you poured it into a glass. Which was cool, but also terrifying because you weren't expecting it.
I imagine he lost an eyebrow there for a moment too.
Yeah, you lost like half an eyebrow. Tiefling eyebrows are hard to burn off.
Yeah, but he just... Oh, fuck, no.
And you're like thinking about it, and it makes sense because you know that motor oil does not just catch fire. It would have to be ignited by something heating it up first. Like a spark would not just catch it on fire. I mean, eventually a spark would catch it on fire, but...
Yeah. He just... After smelling it, he's just... Nobody opened any more doors. That was alchemist fire.
Oh. It's at the sound of that. Zari's gonna kind of rub his face, and his hands glow, and I'm gonna give myself 10 points of land hands.
Just like, oh, I'm gonna need this. No.
Basically.
Alright. Well, whilst you do that, we cut back to Cecil. Go ahead and make another dexterity check.
I was like, eh.
I got cocked. Alright.
Woo, that's a lot better. Hey.
A modified 20.
Yes. With a modified 20, you actually managed to gain enough ground to catch up to this thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Right, what do you do as you catch up to it?
Can I try hitting it?
What are you gonna hit it with?
I kind of just want to knock its legs off.
Alright, so just like a mace attack?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack roll with your mace as you're running.
Dash, dash, gas.
That unfortunately misses.
No.
You go to swing at it with the mace and it just pulls its leg out of the way.
For flavor's sake, can we just say it's a crowbar?
That works.
Yay.
Technically, a crowbar is classed as a club, but I'll allow it.
Yeah. It just
So,
pops
yes.
over it. It's like, ah, come on.
Yeah, unfortunately, you would only get... Actually, no, this isn't just like an attack round. You would get multiple attempts to try to swing at it. So if you want to try again, you can. Because
Okay.
you rolled high enough above it that you are keeping pace with it.
That's worse.
Alright, now I have to roll severity. I'm going to roll with a different die. Oh no,
This is a real roller coaster.
I rolled a 2 on severity. That's bad. Alright, 2 on severity. Weapon loss.
My crowbar.
You go to swing at it again, and this time it actually responds by kicking towards you, and
What?
just kicks the crowbar out of your hand.
Hey.
And it, like, looks at you. You just see the little lens squint.
Why you? I don't have time to recover it.
Not unless you want to give up the chase.
No. I
Because it just,
wouldn't.
like, kicked it into the distance.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
While
This is
Yuzu
all-
starts Homer Simpson strangling it.
It doesn't have a neck.
Not
It's actually
yet.
going to try to kick you. That's not going to hit.
Nope.
It just kicks towards, and you're able to nimbly get out of the way.
I like Faith, like power slide from Mirror's Edge power slide, like whoosh, and then stand back up.
It's going to try one more time. Because you got to attack twice, it's going to get to attack twice.
Yay.
I think that's going to hit, though. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
It rolled really well.
Hmm.
Alright. You take 7 points of kicked in the chest damage.
Oh boy.
As it, like, pretty much donkey kicks you straight in the chest.
How big is this camera?
The camera is like the... How do I describe this? Like the... It's like a really old style camcorder, like the ones that when you held it is pretty much the size of your entire hand. And longer. It's like just shy of being the size of what like a TV camera is nowadays.
90s home
boy.
camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the big bulky ones.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure why he bothered fixing this, but he's thick. And the legs are probably about the same size as like a human's legs.
What the fuck? Who designed this?
Either way, it hurts when it kicks you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Get the wind knocked out of me a little bit.
it actually seems to be standing off against you now. You've been also running for quite a while. You're not sure where you are right now.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
Nothing terrible's gonna happen.
We cut back to everyone else. All right. So what are y'all doing?
Ryphon's just racking his brain, trying to remember if Ada has a bomb squad equivalent in them.
I mean,
Or trying to...
technically speaking, there is, but not for this type of bomb.
Like, how normal police... Like, just... He's also just trying to remember... Because I'm sure when the Alchemist Fire incident happened, he might have been shown how to deal with it. He just...
There are like chemicals that can diffuse it. It's either that or you essentially have to stop it from getting any oxygen. Because it's a chemical compound that reacts when it touches oxygen to burst into flames.
And he's just rattling this information off.
Yeah. You get the feeling based on what you saw with the previous room, it was probably that it's mixed in with the oil to the point where unless the oil itself gets spilled, it won't go off because it's too, like, diluted. But when the oil gets spilled into a thin enough puddle, it'll start to ignite. And there's, from what Kovgum would have... Because I assume Kovgum described what he heard it there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's probably some kind of triggering mechanism that once it gets spilled and starts by itself, something else helps it ignite.
Is there another way to get into the room?
They seem to have windows on the outside of the building.
Okay. Yes.
Just based on Philip's room. And the one storeroom.
Now,
Okay.
the windows you said were small.
Yeah. Between all of you, maybe Alu, maybe Ryphon could fit through them, but Kovgum and Zari, you're two broad boys.
Yeah,
Broad
I'll use the
boys.
stick. Any stick.
Okay.
And also, just testing these, you also do get the sense that you might be able to open the door slowly enough to stop the bucket from tipping over.
Okay. We have to do this
Because you can actually see it. It's essentially just a bucket sitting right in front of the top edge of the doorway.
So,
Classic
like,
prank.
God, that's so childish. It's nobody would even think of it, so that's probably what's making it so effective. Okay. We just have to be very delicate about this. We might be able to slowly open these doors and get these buckets down.
Wouldn't it be
How tall is
sacred?
Ryphon again?
He is 6 even.
6 even?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so at 6 even, this is something that I won't even make you make a check for, because now you understand the nature of these traps.
Mm-hmm.
Opening the door just enough that you feel it resist slightly, so you can also get your fingers up at the door frame. You essentially just reach upwards as the door starts to open and grab the bucket and stop it from tipping.
He just does that. He's like, okay. He's just very, very slowly and carefully moving the bucket.
Yeah, and it is literally just a bucket of motor oil and alchemist fire.
Oh boy.
And the alchemist fire is like not mixing in with the oil even. It's like sitting in weird like little blobs in it.
Oh.
I'm thinking like oil and water.
It's not quite the same because it's not like floating on top. It's suspended in it, but it's not mixing with it. It's weird.
Okay, the oil's actually doing us a favor here. It's keeping the alchemist fire from reacting with the oxygen in the air.
That is exactly what's happening, actually.
Ooh.
It's the reason why you store mineral sodium in oil.
Yee.
Science.
Yes. I consider these things. But yeah, you're able to do this with all of with all the other rooms and get the traps. The other portion of the trap is literally just it's like a little time trigger and a barbecue igniter that is just sitting on the floor.
Can you collect them?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's literally just a lighter that has like a little switch on it that keeps flicking the lighters on and off.
This is a very low-tech kind of analog trap.
There's failure points.
Well, yeah, and it's just... Phil, when was the last time you went into any of these rooms?
About like 2 weeks ago. I go in to make sure they don't get dusty.
Do you always lock your door when you go out?
Yes, I'm not an idiot.
What about the windows?
I lock those too. That's kind of why one of them is broken right now.
Sorry
Well-
about... We'll make sure you're compensated for that. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I think the broken windows more due to for expediency's sake than actually.
That's what I'm saying.
It was still broken in, line of us doing our job.
I know, that's what I was saying. It was quicker to just go through it than unlock and open it. Never mind. Kovgum, your nose starts to pick up on a smell now that the overpowering smell of oil is not taking all of your senses.
Mm-hmm.
You just smell it coming from the father's room, actually.
Kovgum, following his nose, will go into the father's room now that it's been disarmed and try to discern where that smell is coming from and start looking around the room.
Alright, go ahead and make a perception check.
Follow his nose!
17, that's pretty good. Follow your nose, indeed you do. Next to the, actually pretty much sitting on the windowsill, sort of on the ground next to the windowsill, you see a single large red feather. Looks like it's been crimped slightly.
He will pick it up, step back to where the group is.
I'm sorry, it's not on the windowsill. It's actually, like, crimped in the window itself.
Ah. He'll open the window and pull it out.
Yep.
And
notably, this window, not locked.
And he's going to advance towards Philip. Which he doesn't intend for it to be menacing. But his teeth are bared. As he is advancing right up in front of Philip.
Where are the red wings?
And he's going to just basically shove the red feather in his face.
Crimson Wings, and... oh... I see. Okay.
Is that like...
You all can actually see as the hand that is in his glove tightens into a fist. I see. Gotcha. He's actually gritting his teeth, probably with the most real emotion other than fear you've seen on him so far.
us. Where are they?
I'll show you where they are. 'Cause it's difficult to tell.
Fair enough, although I think we're gonna need to gather some resources first and get Cecil back.
Yeah, we should go find your friend.
Go for a nap.
And we cut back to the other scene. Cecil, it's decided to square off against you. It's gonna fucking try to kick you again.
Oh no.
It's gonna miss.
Okay.
Do you want to try to hit it with something?
Yes.
What?
Let's see. How far is it from me?
I mean, it's
just like right up
essentially-
on me.
I mean, at this stage, you guys are like ducking in and out of like melee distance from each other as it's like
Oh,
running in
okay.
to kick you.
Okay. I don't have any other weapons. What's this?
I mean, you got spells.
I mean, I do, but I don't want to completely annihilate it.
I mean, it's gonna try to kick you to death otherwise.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll just guiding bolt it.
All
Seems
right.
excessive, but like, you know.
If it hits, it hits.
Yeah,
Roll
hits,
guiding
hits.
bolt. All right, 15 just hits.
Woo!
Roll that guiding bolt damage. All right then. Yeah, that does it. Had 12 HP. Yeah, so how would you like to do it?
It might seem cheesy, but it's kind of just like a little laser up, and then it just cuts it, like cuts the legs and slashes it in two parts,
Alrighty
without
then.
like destroying the lens, though. If that makes
Alright,
sense.
Without destroying the lens, camera is destroyed. The lens is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
All right then. But yeah, you bring your guiding bolt up through it and destroy the mounting that the camera is attached to, as it just drops to the ground or to the ceiling, roof.
On the rooftop.
Yeah. You've properly dispatched it now. Like one of the legs kicks a little bit while it's still detached, and then just goes limp.
Do I hear
And you go-
anything?
Not currently.
Okay, just quick check then.
You check the viewfinder of the camera.
Yeah.
Currently, it is displaying. Currently, it is displaying a similar symbol to what you see there at the top of the screen, though obviously not broken. But as you're looking at it, you hear like a tapping sound. Just
From
like
where?
like it's got like a little speaker whenever you open up the viewfinder for some reason.
Cecil kind of takes a few steps, like drops it and takes a few steps back.
Anyone there? Anyone there?
Who's asking?
Ah, so someone's there. So why'd you break it?
Why were you watching us?
That doesn't answer my question, little girl. Just multiple different voices are talking to you right now.
Who are you working for?
Still not an answer. Well, I guess I don't need you then. You start hearing that beeping sound.
Damn it! Just runs away as far as possible.
Yeah, you run away as you hear the camera just explode behind you on a roof. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
You didn't cause it.
Fine. I didn't do anything. It's fine.
There are no police here to care.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there are in the residential areas, but you can get away with it.
Yeah.
I mean, what ultimately happens is one day just an iron beam could just suddenly be piercing through your roof.
Mhm.
It's
Not
the
in the residential areas. There's nothing above them.
I more mean like someone testing their new launching machine and accidentally launches it towards the residential area.
You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's unlikely, for reasons I won't explain right now, but you're not wrong. I'm gonna say, Cecil, for the sake of brevity, you were able to make your way back towards the party.
Yeah.
Kogan will show the red feather.
Is that what I want to get?
Yeah, that is definitely a crimson feather, Cecil.
So,
Cecil kind of just sighs and runs her hand through her hair. Just she seems like a lot more aggravated than normal.
You're kind of sweating from all. You're kind of
Yeah.
sweating from all the running, so it does that cool thing where your hair slicks back.
Mm-hmm.
There you
yeah,
go. No
Cecil-
thanks, I make my own.
Yeah, but like Cecil looks kind of pissed off.
Our quarry has shifted.
Yep.
I'm actually mad right now, and that's weird for me. And I still don't look like the most angry person here.
Ellie just looks at
You remind me of one of my kids, so that's why I'm especially pissed right now, thinking that somebody would do this to a kid.
I mean, I'm not a kid, but thanks, I guess.
You said the Red Wings are preparing for a gang war?
Crimson Wings, and yes.
Crimson Wings.
So maybe them trying to get rid of you would be tying up a loose end that could snitch on them.
Maybe, but
And also
fact
the
that they
amulet seems
took-
pretty good.
yeah, the fact that they took that and nothing else, they're gonna steal from me. They'd rob me blind.
Maybe they
They
picked
knew
up
what
on
they
it.
wanted.
Exactly.
Took
That's
what
the-
they needed.
That's the thing. I don't know how they would have known about it, and it's. I don't like not knowing things.
I mean, they
I don't
might.
know a lot of
We
things
know.
right now.
They might.
Focus on what you know. You know where our quarry is.
Yeah, I know where their hideout is. At least the one I worked with them to get to. But there's gonna be. I mean, they probably haven't sold them all off yet. There's probably gonna be more of the Castile defense, like, security robots there. Are you guys even in a shape to deal with that?
I don't know. We might have to. I think we're going to need to take time to rest up and maybe see if a few more units can be sent out here for backup.
Okay. Well, it smells like oil and singed wood now, but you guys can stay here. I certainly
Or you
feel a lot
can-
more comfortable with more people here.
Or you can stay over at my place.
it might be more safe to bring you back to Ada Central. If we stay here, they might come back in the night. They know.
I do
they
know. Well, the thing is, you broke their camera, didn't you?
But they still did. Did you? Turns to look at CJ. Did you bring it back? It makes grabby hands.
I mean, you all heard the explosion.
Oh. I mean,
No. It tried to kill me.
disappointed at LU noises. Oh.
And it spoke to me.
Did it?
I
Oh, do you, like, there was a recording on it, or?
No. It spoke to me and responded to me.
Ah,
Granted, I didn't get any answers from it, but have you ever encountered something that just changes voices on you?
yeah, the Crimson Wings. They're Aarakocra and Kinku, mostly. Kinku don't have, or most Kinku don't have voices of their own. They speak
Right.
through copying other people's voices.
Right.
It's... I don't want to sound terrible, but it's creepy as heck.
No, you're right there.
Yeah, they usually repeat phrases they've heard before, like mix them together. It's weird. Some of them have voices of their own, but it's uncommon.
Guess it's a few and far between kind of thing with that.
Yeah. I think it's like a cultural thing, something about a curse, but it's finally starting to fade. I'll be honest, I don't study much history. It's literally not my field of study.
Fair enough. Okay, so
But yeah, if you destroyed their camera, it saw the trap go off. I mean, it might think that it worked. There's no reason to come back here.
No.
Okay.
still wouldn't hurt to be cautious.
Okay.
Don't hang. If you are being hunted, you don't stay near where they know you would. What would be your word for it? Your common ground would be.
Okay.
He'll point to Cecil.
They don't know you.
Well, you guys said they've had cameras on you.
So it's safe to say that they probably do know us.
So our best bet's probably to get out of this portion of the city, probably head back to Ada Base, and...
I don't want to go back to the Central District.
I mean, they don't know your common ground. They know his.
I went to the Central District once, and it led to this. I don't want to go back there.
We could go to my workshop.
Or come to the orphanage.
Or the orphanage. I wouldn't put children at risk either. There's still a chance they could follow us.
Cecil looks worried, but also very conflicted.
It's a long shot, but we could ask the school if we could stay there.
Ellie's eyes immediately lit up. Yes.
I don't like the idea of putting kids at risk either.
I don't care where we stay. It could be in the river for all I care.
Well, I mean, the
There-
school's not a bad idea. It'd probably be a little more defensible.
Yeah, you guys know for a fact that no one without a pass can get in there. You doubt that criminals have passes. Considering it can tell if you're a criminal when it forms.
Okay,
It
let's...
gives a creepy amount of information about you.
Okay, I'd say we could give that a try. Maybe see if we can get in contact with headquarters while we're there.
I guess let's go back.
Yeah.
So that is where we're going to end off for tonight as you all make your way back to the Spire University.
Before we
Hey.
go,
Ooh.
before we go, can Cecil pull Ryphon aside for a little bit?
Yeah, we can have a last moment.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Ryphon,
Yeah.
you're a parent. You're a father. I have kids to take care of too. If there was a chance that they're in danger, would you go to them?
Yeah. Do what you gotta do and try to meet up with us tomorrow, okay?
All right. I'll see you all later. Cecil runs off and shoom.
Alright. Cecil does a scamper.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there it goes.
Huh?
That took a journey. You don't encounter anything on your way back to the orphanage.
Mm-hmm.
And it is quite a trek because it is not... Purposely speaking, it is not the easiest thing to get to.
Yeah. I imagine like Cecil used her hook to get to like the nearest boxcar and then took it to
Yeah.
a place where as far as she could go to where the orphanage is and then use the hook.
You essentially just have to go to one of the completely other residential districts, so it takes you a
Mhm.
while, but you're able to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And you keep your eyes out the entire time. You're pretty sure you were not followed.
Mm.
And for your rest, nothing happens.
Okay.
Everyone else
just
makes
think-
the... Sorry?
It's okay. Just in
You said-
case, I just tell the kids to be ready.
All right, children, prepare the murder stations.
Prepare murder stations, please.
Not battle stations, murder stations.
Crowbars, backpacks, and hoodies at the ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, you do that. The rest of the group heads back to the dormitories. And despite Philip's assumption that it would take some convincing, it actually... You explain a little bit of the situation, and it does not take anything more than that for you all to be allowed places to stay for the night.
Yee.
Ryphon, I assume you let your kids know what's up a little bit.
Yeah, he does that, and if he can get a hold of headquarters, he gives as much of an update on
No.
the situation as possible.
I'm off tomorrow. Yeah.
Do you need me to repeat myself?
I had got asked a question from outside sources,
Yeah, but I said
but I
that.
heard you that you would texted your kids to let them know it was up?
Yeah, and then if he could get a hold of the Ada headquarters, like if that would be possible.
Yeah, you can always call Krista.
Yeah, so just for sake of brevity, call her up and let her know what's going on.
Yeah, she doesn't sleep, so she's always there. Yeah, but she takes your report, notes it down, and tells you all to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no canals in the Steam District, are there? Or at least anything accessible?
In the residential areas, and actually in the Spire University campus, there's like fountains and like little areas of like running water that like go through the what's essentially parkways between the buildings.
Okay, I was just more thinking Kogum, if permitted, instead of staying in the Spire, would instead go out into the residential area, and try to do his best of surveying the land and find a quiet, huddled place to sleep. As quiet as you can be in the Steam District.
It's not quiet. It's never quiet. There's always the intercom. But yeah,
The main thing is him surveying the area,
okay.
getting more of a lay of the land.
For what I rolled, the same rolls applies for what was happening with Cecil. Nothing happens, and you essentially just spend some time trying to figure out the city layouts because it is confusing.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that is where we're going to go ahead and end things off for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A long one.
No, right around the same amount of time we normally have game. It's just a lot happened.
Yeah.
Okay, well, as per usual, is there anything anybody needs to or would like to announce, promote, or just, shout out?
Nothing from me.
No, nothing. I guess that's it.
Myth, Al, do you guys got anything?
Nothing for me.
No.
Alrighty. I don't have anything other than the usual end of streams feel. So, if you enjoyed the stuff here, or the kind of like vibe we have going here for tonight, and you want more D&D from us, maybe a little more classic style D&D, you can join us Saturdays at or around 8 p.m. EST for our more traditional D&D, but still homebrew setting of the Scattered Realms. And if you enjoyed this and want more of this modern take on D&D, you can join us again this same channel on Thursdays at or around 7 p.m. EST. We are trying to work on it. Things happen.
Trying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a holiday today for some of us here in the group, so.
Trying.
We did it last week. Or, I know we did it here recently. Anyway. But yes, Thursdays at around 7 p.m. EST for more Project Ada, and Saturdays at around 8 p.m. EST for the Scattered Realms. So, with that, Everybody say goodnight.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night. Sleep well. Don't die. Continue to exist.
Alright. Good night, everybody. We'll see y'all when we see you next.